Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to talk about multiplying decimals, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we have two different methods today, and the first one that we're going to work on is the lattice method. So just like last time, we're going to take our numbers and we're going to line them up with those boxes. So I have 1, I'm going to throw this decimal point right there, right at the edge of that box, 0.765. times 0. Again, that decimal point is going to go right at the edge there, 0.78. And I'm just going to multiply them all straight across. So just like last time, I have 5 times 0, which is 0. 6 times 0, which is 0. 7 times 0, and 1 times 0, which gives me 0 all the way across, which is pretty nice. I have 7 times 5, which is 35. 7 times 6, which is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. And 7 times 1 is 7. For that last and final row, I have 8 times 5, which is 40. 8 times 6, which is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. And 8 times 1 is 8. So I'm now going to take all my diagonals and add them up. So 8 plus 4 plus 5. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 5 more is 17. I'm going to carry the 1 into the next box. Add all these diagonals up. I have 6 plus 4, which is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 1 more is 16. Again, I'm going to carry the 1 into that next diagonal. Alright, now this one's a big box, so take it slow. I have 9 plus 1, which is 10, plus 8 more is 18, plus 4 more is 22, plus 5 more is 27. So I'm going to bring down the 7. This time I'm going to carry 2. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 2 more is 13. So then carry that very last one, and when we add that together, we get 1 and 0. So now we need to deal with this decimal point, and that's the only part here that's new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this decimal, and since I put it right on the line, I'm going to bring it down until I can match it up with that decimal on this side. When they match up, we're going to have them follow along that diagonal, and that's going to be the place that they live. So that decimal point is going to go right between 1 and 3. Now we didn't talk about this at the beginning, but we need to remember, just like we talked about last time, that a negative number times a positive number is negative. So my final answer for this problem is negative 1.3767. The zeros at the beginning and the end of the number are absolutely not necessary, so we don't need to write it. And that is the lattice method using decimals. Not too bad. But let's try the standard method, which remember every single mathematician knows how to do. So when we set this one up, we just need to make sure that we have our numbers set up all the way on the end, that right side of the number. So I'm going to have 5.678 times 9.87. So unlike when we add and subtract, this time we don't actually need those decimals to be lined up. Instead, we're actually going to deal with the decimal at the very end. So now I just need to take this 7 here at the bottom and multiply it by everything on top from right to left. So 7 times 8 is 56. I'm going to bring down the 6 and carry the 5. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 5 more is 54. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 5 more is 47. And 7 times 5 is 35, plus 4 more is 39. I'm going to cross these three numbers out on top because I don't want to get confused with them later. Now I'm going to multiply everything on top from right to left by this 8. And because I've moved over a place, I need to have something hold that place, so I'm going to use a 0. So I have 8 times 8 is 64, so I'm going to bring down the 4, carry that 6. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 6 more is 62. Carry that 6. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 6 more is 54. And 8 times 5 is 40, plus 5 more is 45. Again, I'm going to cross these out so that I don't get confused with them later. And now I'm going to take everything and multiply it by this 9. So I've moved 2 spaces over from my starting point. So I need 2 zeros to hold its place. Now I have 9 times 8 is 72. So I'm going to bring down the 2, carry a 7. I have 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 7 more is 70. I have 9 times 6, which is 54. Plus 7 more is 61. And then 9 times 5, which is 45. Plus 6 more is 51. So I'm going to take these numbers, I'm going to add them all up together. That's going to give me 6, 8, 12, nope, 11, just kidding, I can math, 14, it's going to give me 10, 6, 5. So now we need to deal with this decimal point. And so the way that we figure out where it goes is that we need to count how many numbers in the original problem show up after the decimal point. Woo! So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers show up after the decimal point in the original problem. So my final answer needs to also have 5 numbers show up after the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my 5 numbers, so my decimal point's going to go right before that. And so my final answer for a negative 5.678 times negative 9.87 is going to be positive 56.04186. And there we have it. That's all it is. So until next time, I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.